What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel and a beautiful day at Palisades, Tahoe, also known as Squaw Valley. This was an incredible day up here. It was a bluebird day, as you can see. The snow wasn't all that great because we did have some rain yesterday, which made it super fun on the snowboard. Nice, fluffy, soft snow. But today, all that froze up overnight and it was ice chunks just about everywhere. But still a great day to get on the mountain and do some ripping.
Oh, well, a couple runs on the skis and my legs are tired. The thing about skiing is that it's a lot more aggressive than snowboarding. You have to really stay on those edges a lot more, just like side to side. In a way, it's easier to soak up all the bumps because you're facing straight down and you can kind of stay in that squat position, but boy, it's also like staying in the squat for a couple minutes on these runs. If your legs aren't 100%, then you're probably gonna feel it.
And so after spending a couple weeks on the snowboard, what is it like to come back to the skis? Well, it is definitely like staying in a static squat most of the runs, and it is a lot more aggressive. You have to keep your speed up on skis for more stability, whereas a snowboard you can kind of go a little bit slower and kind of get that flow, which really can't be matched on skis because you're always just fighting two planks on your feet. It's a lot more engaging and just a lot more taxing on your body all around because you do have independent blades on your legs and typically poles for your upper body. So if you're going to pick one or the other, if you're a skier already, I'll probably just stick with that. But if you're new to mountain sports like skiing or snowboarding, I'd probably pick up a snowboard. It might be a little bit harder to initially learn, but easier to master in the end. And I think that just the flow is really what we're all looking for on the mountain.
Oh, it is a good day out here. The snow is a bit hard because yesterday we got the rain and then it froze, so there's like sections where it's just pure ice and it's not fun. It's probably an optimal day for skiing because I think you'd be getting knocked around a lot on a snowboard. But the thing is, like snowboarding, you can have more fun going slower and kind of flowing through everything. Whereas when you're on skis, it's almost better to keep your speed faster and you have more stability as you're kind of charging down the mountain. So it's almost like the risk of skiing is so much higher because you have to be going fast, which means if you crash, you have like poles and two skis to like stab into yourself. Whereas the snowboard, you kind of just tumble down the mountain and you're totally fine. There's no real punishment for crashing.
So when I was out here yesterday on the snowboard, I was just kind of hucking down the side of the mountain. It was foggy, the visibility was crap, I couldn't really see the snow all that well, but I was still able to go pretty damn fast and just hucking off of some cliffs, not really worried too much about actually crashing. Whereas today on the skis, even though the snow was a lot harder, so that would have contributed to my fear of actually crashing, it was still like really front and center on my mind, and I was kind of skipping around some of these cliffs just because I wasn't super confident on the skis of landing and then not eating total shit. However, on conditions like today when it is pretty icy and just kind of choppy through the crud, the skis just having those extra edges really does come into play, like in your benefit a lot, especially when you're doing a toe side edge and you kind of just drop off little edges. You know, that really throws you off, and then you can catch like a heel side edge after that and just eat total crap. So skis probably today was the better option, you know, just regardless. But still, you know, I think you can have fun on both, and you're just not really charging as hard on a snowboard because you really don't have to have as much fun anyways. we had actually gotten some powder instead of just rain yesterday, the snowboard would have been really optimal today just because they float so much better, and then just that surfing ability while you're on some like deeper powder or even like just soft snow in general is really hard to be matched. Whereas on skis, when you're kind of going through the crud and then hitting the groomers like this, just the ability to get that edge and hold it super hard and lean over is really just second to none. So if you snowboard now and you just like to hard charge, I'd say maybe trying out skiing would be good if you have reasonable fitness ability and just like good strength. You'll be able to pick it up pretty quick, I'd imagine. But, if you just like to kind of cruise along, have a good time, relax, chill out, I think snowboarding's way better. But skiing is definitely not the chill sport because you have these plastic boots which are really good for nothing except for leaning forward, putting a lot of pressure on those edges, and just going really, really fast and getting to the bottom so that way you can actually loosen up the boots. Whereas with snowboarding, I mean, you have your boots on, you don't really play with them at all during the day. You don't loosen them up, you just kind of ride along, you can walk around in them, and they're just good for just kind of chilling. And that's the great thing about boarding is it's a lot more relaxed and it's not about hard charging, but actually finding that flow on the mountain. But in the end, it really doesn't matter what sport you choose because it all comes down to your fitness ability, your technique, your strength, how many days you have to put into the mountain. We are so privileged just to be able to do this that it really doesn't matter if you ski or snowboard, that just the fact that we can be out on the mountain doing this sport and riding a chairlift up just to continually get like 10, 15 runs in a day is really incredible, and we should just all be grateful and thankful that we live in a country and the opportunity to do this.